Welcome to the Transum Podcast, a monthly roundup of the new features on the transum.org website, providing mathematical puzzles, games, learning activities, and the ever-popular mathematics lesson starter of the day. Here's your host, John Tranter.
Welcome to the March 2015 edition of the Transum Mathematics Podcast. This month, the focus is on probability, and the puzzle for this month is one that all maths teachers will probably know the answer to. What is the minimum number of pupils there needs to be in a class such that the probability of two or more of them having the same birthday is greater than a half? If you don't know, have a guess, make an estimate, and the answer will be at the end of this podcast. The copyright holders of the puzzles Suko and Sujiko granted Transum permission to create versions of the puzzles online on the Transum website, and they are live now. The Transum version allows the user to have up to 5 clues to help find the solution. This allows the puzzles to be used with classes of different abilities, as the teacher can decide just how difficult each puzzle should be. Also new on the Transum website last month is an application called Beat the Clock, which is great fun, no matter how good your numeracy skills are. You have to race to answer the mental arithmetic questions as a curtain slowly lowers down the screen, concealing the questions, and, it's just a bit of fun. There are 9 levels of difficulty, but you can make the challenge easier by choosing to only answer the questions in the left column, for example. Assuming your school does not have a policy for using traditional playing cards in class, you'll find that they're a really very versatile resource for mathematics activities. So we have put together a new playing cards math section of the website to see all the ideas that have been gathered together so far. Please get in touch if you have any other suggestions. And if you're a maths tutor in a sort of a one-to-one situation, it's a great idea to carry around a pack of cards in your bag just in case everything else goes wrong. Your computer packs up and you lose your papers. You can actually make a lot of maths from a pack of playing cards. If you're interested in times tables skills, who isn't? I'm sure you're aware of one of the most popular Transum activities called Tables Master. Now, when you claim a trophy for completing an exercise, you have the option to view your very own reverse bar chart. That's new. This compares your trophy winning times for each of the times tables, and it's proved to be a great motivator for pupils working on their times tables. So if you haven't noticed that, get in there, have a go, earn a trophy, and then you'll see the link very prominent to go and have a look at your auto-generated, personalised reverse bar chart. It's good. Other less newsworthy activities have been added to the site during the last month, and many updated, but you'll probably come across those when you browse the topic index rather than me going through them one by one now. Anyway, probability. It's a unique topic in the school mathematics syllabus. As well as learning the techniques and formulas and procedures, I think that it's very important that pupils should develop sort of a feel for what probability means. Most adults have a limited understanding of the concept. That's all of us included in that. And so, for example, you would think that if you tossed a coin 9 times and it had landed heads each time, you'd think that the probability of the 10th toss landing tails is more likely, as it hasn't happened for so long. Well, does the coin have a memory? No, of course not. The probability is still 50%, unless it's a biased coin, of course. But, that's one of the examples where our intuition is actually very wrong. I was listening to a podcast recently, a very excellent There's No Such Thing as a Fish podcast, which is produced and presented by the QI Elves, which is a popular TV program about facts. And in this last episode, they talk about the fact that Spotify have had to change the way their random playlist is organised. Have a listen.
My fact is that Spotify's random function is not random. It used to be random. It used to play any random song, but then human listeners kept inferring order and seeing patterns where there weren't any patterns. So now they've had to change the algorithm so it's structured, but in such a way that human listeners think that it's random.
Can I just ask quickly, who are the non-human listeners who are... That's amazing. So we see patterns in the algorithm
in everything,
and it's not there.
Yeah.
And so they had to create a fake one.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it plays, if you've got, say, 5 different genres of music, in a normal, completely random pattern, occasionally you get clumps or clusters where it would play 2 or 3 jazz songs in the same, consecutively, and they've had to change it so it now completely mixes up the genres. So, they've had to abandon
or
actual
doesn't
randomness.
Completely mix up the genres, even spreads them out at proper intervals.
Yeah, exactly,
Because people don't believe, It's
because people just can't kind of figure out randomness. Humans can't really, can they?
No.
If you ask everyone in this room to stand randomly somewhere in the room, then they'll all spread out pretty much equally.
Yeah.
When actually, in real life, there'd be clumps everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But don't do that, guys.
No.
It's the gambler's fallacy, isn't it? It's the thing that makes gamblers think that if there have been 20 reds in a row on a roulette machine, the 21st is going to be not a red, and it's just not true. I think the first time it was reported and studied was in 1913, when a roulette ball fell on black 26 times in a row, and all gamblers are going, come on, it's not possible, it can't do it again.
Yeah, I also think that's not possible. That's amazing, isn't it?
One thing they didn't say is that on that roulette wheel there'd been a mistake with the order. The work experience boy painted them all black. And eventually they changed it back.
So if you get someone to put a random list of 30 coin flips, say, and I actually flip the coin 30 times, and you do a random number like HT, whatever, you'll be able to tell which is the man-made one just by looking at it. And that's because
it'll be more evenly spread.
because if you do 30, you're likely to get about 5 in a row, which are either heads or tails, but no human would do that.
Yeah, it seems implausible.
Yeah. So there used to be a machine you could get called an outguessing machine, and they had those in America, I think it was in the 50s, and you would have to choose either left or right. You would say left, and the machine would have to guess whether you said left or right, and then you would keep doing it, and eventually it would guess almost every time, because humans just go into a pattern.
Yeah. It's like
Amazing.
rock, paper, scissors on the New York Times. You can play rock, paper, scissors, can't you? And it's the same thing. And the game learns as it plays against you what your patterns are. So the more you play it, the less likely you are to win it, because it becomes better at predicting what you're going to do.
You can find Transum Mathematics at www.transum.org.
Okay, so the puzzle posed at the beginning of the podcast, the surprising answer is that there only needs to be 23 pupils in the class for the probability of 2 or more of them to have the same birthday to be greater than a half. I find that quite surprising. The reason is well documented on the internet, and in particular in an article called The Birthday Problem on Wikipedia, if you'd like to go and have a look. But if you want to prove it yourself, a little tip, you may want to consider the question, the probability of the birthdays not being on the same day, and then subtracting your answer from 1. That might make it a little easier. Anyway, good luck with that. Have a good month. See you next time.
Thank you for downloading and listening to the Transum podcast. You can find the website at www.transum.org, where you're welcome to use all of the activities absolutely free, or jump in with both feet and become a Transum subscriber.